CSDP is a household name in Gombe State, and as you have rightly said, is closing this year, and it is leaving a landmark in Gombe State. From 2010, when we started in Gombe State to date, CSDP have supported 906 community micro projects across the 8 sectors of our intervention. CSDP has also supported and assisted vulnerable groups in the state. So, as you have said, there are a lot of expectations. There are a lot of people who are looking forward to benefit from the project. But no problem. There is a follow-up of CSDP in Nigeria. The federal government of Nigeria has already written, and most of the state governments have already written for the follow-up of CSDP at the World Bank level. So I'm sure something is going to be done, and I'm sure the people of CSDP will not go like that. Definitely another project will come up, and as you have said, it is closing, and it is leaving a lot of achievements and landmarks, and the people of Gombe State are definitely enjoying. When we conducted the impact assessment of the project in 2019, we have seen the regulations, we have seen the impact, we have seen the numbers that CSDP has achieved in the state. So no problem, I'm sure something will come up, and that there will be another project, and the people of Gombe State will benefit more. And the current administration under the leadership of His Excellency Alhaji Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya, he is going to the administration is going to key into any project, as you have rightly know that he has appointed an SA on development partners coordination. So a lot of projects are coming in, and a lot of intervention partners are coming into the state. So far so good. CSDP has achieved a lot, and definitely another project will come up after CSDP has closed. There are a lot of partnerships. CSDP is working with ministries, departments, and agencies of Gombe State. We have desk officers in most of the ministries in Gombe State, and therefore the project has appropriately keyed into the government development agenda. And secondly, CSDP is in partnership with national and international NGOs, and even with local NGOs. As you know, we have an NGO that have deployed over 100 million in Gombe State as a result of our partnership, that is Offspring International. Offspring International has assisted a lot of communities in bringing up their 10% for the support of our project. Offspring has also drilled a number of hand pump boreholes, motorized boreholes, and solar powered boreholes in this state. So therefore we are in partnership with an international NGO we call Offspring. There's also an NGO that we are talking with that is reaching 360 cycle. The president was here in October last year, and that they are working ways and means of also assisting our rural poor in Gombe State. And we are also in talk with with the Hope for the Blind International. They are also planning to come and give some support to our vulnerable groups in the state. So there are a lot of partnership, there are a lot of talks that are going on to ensure that the people of Gombe State, particularly the rural areas, are benefiting from the projects that are directly have bearing in their lives. Okay, thanks. We face during the implementation of the projects are numerous, but the major ones are community contribution, then groups contribution. As you know, our projects have a mandate of communities must contribute 10%, whereas groups must contribute 5%. Therefore, these projects, the communities are so poor, the groups are so poor. So to bring up these percentages in most cases are very, very difficult. But turn to our representatives, the members of House of Assembly, their stakeholders and the rest are assisting these communities in bringing up the 5-10% respectively, and also the Hot Spring International have assisted some of the communities and groups with this 5%, 10% contribution. And also our major challenge is with the partnership with the local government. You know, these projects are largely local government projects, and therefore local governments are expected to give technical support and also financial support. So in the aspect of financial support, honestly, the partnership is weak. They don't have the resources to give, and therefore it's always a problem. But in terms of technical support, they have tried their best. The manpower they have been deployed to the communities, and they have assisted the communities. So these are the major challenges we have faced. But for the achievements, they are there to be visibly seen. As I have told you, that we have about 906 community groups, micro projects we supported across the state, and they have cut across the 8 sectors of our mandate. So there are a lot of landmarks. As I've said, when we did the outcome study, we have seen the landmarks, we have seen the revelations, we have seen the testimonies of the communities, what they have seen and what they are enjoying from the micro projects we supported, and they implemented themselves. So by and large, the project have to some extent surmounted the challenges we have faced during the implementation of the project.
And for us, we are very much grateful to the World Bank. We are grateful to the federal government of Nigeria. We are grateful to Gombe state government for all the support that we've gotten from CSDP. CSDP has done wonderfully well in Gombe state. And just like we said, they have stayed for almost a decade in Gombe. And for us, as representatives of the people, we have seen the benefits we have derived from all the projects they have executed. From construction of feeder roads, construction of culverts, construction of boreholes, solar and otherwise, construction of schools, hospitals, dispensaries, and what have you. So they have done wonderfully well for us in Gombe State. And there is no local government or any room or cranny that you go to that you will find a project executed by CSDP in Gombe State.
Thank you very much.
We received the news that the project is going to close well. We were so disturbed. His Excellency, the Executive Governor, Haji Muhammadu is disturbed. And we, as representatives of people, are all disturbed and worried about the closure of this project. And that is why, for us as legislators, on behalf of the 6 states of the Northeast Geopolitical Zone, we wrote a letter to the Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Development for a request and a passionate appeal on behalf of the Northeast that the project be extended for the Northeast, considering the predicaments in the Northeast. So we have written a letter on behalf of all the houses of assembly in the 6 states of the Northeast Geopolitical Zone, appealing, making a passionate appeal to the federal government of Nigeria through the Honorable Minister of Finance, and of course the World Bank by extension, so that this project could be extended, or in fact a package be put in place that will continue to assist our people in bringing succor to our people, because our people in the Northeast are highly, in a very serious problem, the insecurity and other problems that people are facing. So I personally have benefited a lot from the CSDP in Gombe State. my constituency, not personally, but my constituency has benefited wonderfully well. And a lot of all the honorable members in the Gombe State House of Assembly, 24 of us representing the state, are all benefited from this project. So it will be a delight for us that the government and World Bank indeed look at the benefits with the view to extending a good package that will continue from where this one is at. So, like I said, we have written a letter to the Minister of Finance, and she has promised that definitely they are going to look into the appeal. So, His Excellency, the Executive Governor, is passionate about development in Gombe State. I know he has approached World Bank also to bring in positive projects that affect the lives of our people. And to this end, he has promised that anything that has to do with development partners is going to give the counterpart funding or whatever is required, is going to provide enabling